to the lead burst. Bullet holes and blood stains on the sweatshirt. I pray for him even though me and God ain't on the best terms. I think about it all the time. Yeah, I know I ain't perfect, but I gotta make sure that this shit worth it. I ain't winning if my mother's still working. Clocking in and out without purpose. Dollar bills is cool, but only on the surface. I'm trying to build a school, my city been a circus. And niggas killing fools and little girls twerking. I ain't trying to preach or nothing, but the only thing we see is destruction. It's hard not to see it coming. The police be bugging, so our sons only see results and going out on the streets and thugging with a gun at them. Yeah. No parents in their life so they could run it in. That shit crazy to me, cause thinking about it, I could have been one of them.
I didn't think I'd be here. I didn't know nobody. I could know wait on no. I don't want for nobody. Got me wrong way.
All right, man. I think we here. Let's make sure we got it all. Yeah. Good afternoon or good evening for wherever you're tuning in from. My name is France. Let's talk battle rap daily on a Monday afternoon, fresh off of traffic weekend. Let's put the phone down because we're not going to turn on the spaces yet. We're going to turn on the Twitter spaces to let everybody call in, and we'll talk about some Volume 9 announcements. We got Real Name Brandon versus Shotgun Suge announced. That's heavy work. Salute to the champion, the UM4 champion on that. We also got Real Sick versus DNA. Spoiler alert, right? I guess we didn't know this match was coming. It's only been talked about for the last 8 months. Shout out to DNA for planting that seed and eventually getting this Real Sick battle accomplished. We're gonna talk about that later on today, but let's talk a little bit about Traffic 4, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Dev the Demon. Big salute to Dev the Demon. Held it down for the whole LTBR team. Got a lot of reports for us on our behalf. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull up the chat as well, man. My man JB, man. JB the GOAT, man. First and foremost, before I even continue the show, let's take a little detour, man. Shouts to Black Market Media. Shouts to the director at URL, JB. All right, this guy is the lifeline, the support, the spine for all the content that we are consuming on URL. And even when he's not the person shooting it, he's still the person that's somehow, some way behind it, editing it, putting it together. Listen, man, this man, I can't find enough good things to say about this guy. Point blank period. Just salute JB. Give that man his flowers. The people that work behind the curtains work sometimes the hardest to keep the lights on for these shows, and it never goes unnoticed from me, and I hope it never goes unnoticed from everybody in the culture, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Tata, what up, man? Gang. Salute to Tata. Justin, what's good, man? J Sketch, what up, though? You know what I'm saying? What up, Project Rico? I ain't see you in a minute, man. It's good to see you. You know what I'm saying? You were day one of ours. It's always good to see you in the building. Let's put this down a little bit so I can see everything. There we go. We'll bring the phone up later when we're going to call everybody up and talk some Volume 9. But, yo, man, Traffic 4 went down this weekend. I didn't get a chance to catch anything. I just heard a bunch of, ramblings. I seen clips on social media. I seen Bars tweeted. You know what I'm saying? I seen Rum Nitty walking around doing his Best Goods impersonation with a cup of Henny in his hand. Main event, Lou Castro. Make sure you put that on his title. Sensei Saga is back on the league. You know what I'm saying? Jack Boy Main is continuing to show why he is one of the most improved battle rappers this year. A lot of great stories that came from this. A lot of good performances. These app events are personally some of my favorites because it goes back to the essence of, it's not on caffeine. It's not being streamed. We have to go by word of mouth. We have to go by who's ever in the building giving us updates, the rappers letting us know how they felt, the performance went. So there's no way anybody can objectively make an opinion on everything, you know what I'm saying? Danny Myers and Asa Amin, they from everybody critically acclaimed in the building, battle of the night. And big salute to Ace, Road Warrior, John in Atlanta, Danny on the West. And Danny Myers' consistency has a picture of him next to him, all right? So salute to Danny Myers. JB says, I like this new look. Yo, JB, I like it too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been telling you, JB, I'm trying a whole lot of new things out. The first part of the show, we're going to talk to everybody, tell you my thoughts, and then later on we're going to get the people on. And let me tell you, some of these people have some very ravishing things to say, and it's unfiltered. I let them rock, you know what I'm saying? I let the fans say what they have to say, or the supporters say what they have to say, because I can't say it, so let them say it. You know what I mean? Who else on Traffic, man? We also had Holmesy and Kid Chaos. Holmesy's back on URL after a nice 6-month break from the league. So that's always refreshing. Kid Chaos back to back off a 2-week performance. And Kid Chaos is is an extreme talent. Do not let the app record at this current time period fool you from the eye test of when you witness Kid Chaos's ability. That motherfucker can rap. He is talented. His pen is layered. He performs. He punches. Like, again, do not let the numbers fool you. That guy is still one of the best in his class, for sure. Project Rico, we missed you too, man. We missed you too. Justin98 says, you right, I don't use Magnums, but I know how to lay text. That was a great rebuttal by Danny. Salute to Dunch. Dunch is in the building. Dunch, man, I apologize. My man Dre Dennis knocked you out of the first spot, man. You know what I'm saying? It was up to your eye battle brother Eddie I to put up more of a fight to say, you know what? I might not make it to the playoffs, but I gotta hold Dunch down. I can't let Dre Dennis get the one spot. You know what I'm saying? But salute to Dre Dennis and salute to Dunch. I can't wait to see what the playoff brackets look like over at season 1. Dev the Demon in the building, man. Salute to battle rap media outlets, especially LTBR. Working events is not easy. Hey, man, I was very happy, man. I paid Dev, his first half. I said, get the work, bring the work back. You get that second half, you know what I'm saying? We'll cover that lunch. We'll cover that. We'll get you a bonus and all that. And his phone was dying. He was tired. He was hungry at the end of the night. He got to feel it for a second. He got to really feel it. Now, don't get it twisted. The media struggle is a great struggle to have. Like, it's an extremely blessed position to be in, to cover something you love and watch all these talented motherfuckers put on wonderful performances. But it is a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? No doubt about that. And whoever made up the phrase of love what you do, you never work a day in your life, who was it? Who was responsible for this quote? Who is responsible for this cap? All right? I'm sure JB loves what he does. That motherfucker works very hard. All right? I love what I do. I work hard. Dev loves what he does. He works hard. Everybody loves what they do. It doesn't mean hard work is gone. You know what I'm saying? Some more thoughts on traffic. Chilla Jones. All right, so we got a report from Chilla Jones directly. Salute to Dev Demon for this one. Direct LTBR report. He says he felt like Emerson Kennedy won in the building, might be close on camera. Listen, man, for all you guys that are seasoned battle rap fans, or even if you guys are in here are brand new battle rap fans, I'll tell you what that means. Translation, code word. What that mean? That means I think I have better material, but he out-battled me in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And that's the story of Chilla Jones' career at one point, where he was getting outperformed all the time in person. It wasn't until like maybe in the middle of like the 2010s, like in 2015 and 16, he really amped up his aggression, his performance, his ability to rebuttal even got sharper. So it wasn't until then that he was always kind of losing battles in the moment, but his pen was so good on camera, you just enjoy the writing. It's the same case here with EK, but I don't want to make this about a Chilla Jones didn't show up thing, because, salute to battle rappers admitting when they can lose in the building. That's honorable. You need to salute that instead of actually trying to downplay it or slander it. I actually want to give some praise to EK, because I feel like he found a good pocket with just not battling so frequently. 2020, this man battled 11 times that year. And before that, he had not battled more than 2-3 times a year before that. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple quarantine battles in that 11. So if you want to cut it down, it probably cuts down to like 7. But that's still a lot for somebody that's battling 2 times a year. And I really want to sit down and do a whole just documentation and fucking spreadsheet and charts of numbers of the way battle rappers become so accelerated. I don't think it's meant for everybody, and I don't think it was meant for Emerson Kennedy. His last battle was in August, solid almost 3 months ago, and that's why he's able to perform so well. He gave himself that solid 90-day window that he needs as an artist. Plus, he's on the West. Traffic 3 was for him was his Traffic debut, I believe, and he also got crazy there as well, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if he was on Traffic 2, but I know for a fact Traffic 3 against B-Dot, like, he did magical things. Justin says EK's been fire. His battle with B-Dot's a classic. EK has always been extremely talented. I just felt like last year he just did a lot. Battle QP, you know what I'm saying? Then he was on Ultimate Madness. Then Battle Loso, and then obviously some battles on some smaller leagues as well. And I don't know. I just felt like he did more than what we're used to seeing him do. And eventually it wore down on us. And there's some guys that are just meant to be quality over quantity. We're supposed to see him a few times a year, and I think EK is one of those guys. Salute to Emerson Kennedy. Big salute to him, man. What else from traffic that I got to pull up here, man? I got some more notes and I got some more reports. Our youngster, Lil Slap, made a debut over the weekend, man. I love the little slap jumping that Holmesy had. It kind of reminds me of the T-Top Anderson Burroughs from Mike P. It's like, let me bring an object of a person that's exactly like my opponent somehow, some way. So T-Top brought a white guy from Mike P. And Holmesy brought a kid for Kid Chaos. You know what I'm saying? But Lil Slap did say this quote, and I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, you know, I gotta be transparent with you guys, right? Like, I just have one sibling. My other brother, I don't really hear from him much, but he has no children. So I don't have any nieces and nephews. I don't have a lot of family members with nieces and nephews at young ages. So I really have kind of a disconnect from little kids. So when I seen Lil Slap say this, I kind of got like I was like, yo, you know what? I felt this in my heart. Like, this felt really good. And Lil Slap said, I had my first debut on URL, and this is the most special thing I've ever did this year. This is going on the app. Everyone's going to see it, and it's going to make me more popular. I don't know. When I heard that, I was like, I'm not crying. You crying. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was dope. It was dope, man. Lil Slap, he's around all the right people. Right now, there's a lot of shock value because of his age, of course. But in 2 to 4 years from now, I think he's 11, so maybe a little more than that. Like maybe 4 to 6 years from now, that shock value's gone, and we're gonna need to hear some real material. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he's talented enough to do so. You know what I mean? He even said in that same interview that Dev the Demon got, like, he has a battle coming up, and Dev says, "Are you gonna win this battle?" His answer was, "It depends how I write." You know what I mean? Like, there's a level of just transparency and just, like, purity with children that just, like, is dope. You don't really get it often in battle rap because of the explicitness of the content. So I really enjoyed Lil Slap doing that. The No Pass Look says, Lil Slap will get better. He's still a kid. Most definitely will. I do want to remind everybody, right? I think Slap is 11, maybe 12 years old. I'm not exactly sure. I know he's not 13, but let's just say he's 12. In 3 years from now, he'll be 15, and Chess was 15 on Irving Plaza. All right, so like, just a reminder of how fucking amazing Chess was at his youth. You know what I'm saying? And how young Slap is, and how honestly it's not that far away from him. Like, he could be 16 on a main URL card if he's good enough. It's possible. It's extremely possible. Justin says he's gonna have to change his name to Lil Punch when he turns 14. Lil Slap. I wonder what he changes it to. He might change it to Young Slap. Justin. Young Slap is kind of fire. Like, I'm here for Young Slap. Goated says Lil Slap can battle Chess when he turns 18. Chess will still be 22. Chess is going to be 22 for the next 5 years, Goated. You know what I mean? A lot of us like that one sweet spot age, and we just hold on to it forever. Mine was like 25. I was like, yo, I'm 25 for the next 4 years. Like, don't ask. Dunch says Lil Slap is actually 33 years old. I have a reliable source on this. Yo. Dunch, you gotta be careful with that, because there's gonna be some guy from the West that doesn't understand sarcasm. It's gonna read that and gonna be like, "Hey, cut, why you calling Slap 33, cut?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna not understand what you're trying to convey, and there's gonna be a problem when you land in LA. Facts, Tata, facts. And facts, Reggie. That's hilarious, man. But big salute to Traffic. I can't wait to see these battles drop. Dunch says, yeah, people not understanding the jokes will eventually get me. Here lies Dunch. They didn't get it. This motherfucker is hilarious, bro. This motherfucker is hilarious, man. We're going to talk some Volume 9 announcements in about 10 minutes with all the people. We're going to turn on the Twitter Spaces. But I do want to give some quick updates on the King of the Dot Season 1. The season is officially over, and the bracket's not released yet, but we have the 16 names. In the North Division, we got M City, Mac Myron, Bill Collector, and wait, this list is not right. Let me get the right list for y'all. Hold on. All right, but in the East, we got Dre Dennis, Dunch, Dub the Phenom, Born. In the West, in the South, we got Lou Cypher, Clone, Scotty, Johnny Storms. In the West, we got Nan, Caustic, Pass, and Mad Flex. Let's get the North one up while we get the chance here, because this list probably didn't update correctly here. But yeah, man, I cannot wait to see the 16 guys. What's the bracket like? You know what I'm saying? What's the seeding? More importantly, like what's the incentive of being the number 1 seed of your division? And salute to City and Dre Dennis for being tied with the most total battle score of the season, 442, a 3-0 record. In the North, Shoddy P. There we go. See, I almost had the wrong name here. So Shoddy P will be also in the playoffs. Who's a Shoddy P? The one thing I do want to say about the season, for the next year, there needs to be some kind of like discussion as to what happens when people no-show battles, because you had a lot of no-shows that happened throughout the season that delayed things, that pushed things back. You got a lot of people rescheduling matches, and all those reschedulations, no-shows, cancellations eventually ended up being detrimental to some people in this season, like Excel being one of them, who had to settle for a default score and is 1 point away from being in the playoffs, overdubbed the Femom, who has a losing record. So, but listen, don't get it twisted. Organic and all those guys said it from the beginning. We're judging off the points because the points are indicative of performance of the judges' results. It's not about record, all right? So don't throw a fit that a losing record is above a winning record here. But there needs to be some kind of rule changes about no-shows and cancellations, because somebody getting a default score like this from a cancellation when it had a solid chance of making the playoffs makes an entire difference for him having an opportunity to get $100,000. You know what I mean? Justin says, I low-key got the UM1 roster over King. Oh my goodness, man. Take it easy, man. We ain't got to do all that, Justin. We ain't got to do all that. Scott says that's a good debate. Lil Reggie says, agreed. I mean, in hindsight, yeah, of course. You've seen all these guys from UM1 become stars. They were rookies when they all battled. This culmination of talent is a bunch of vets. There's a bunch of people that are really good right now. It's people that might be top 20 battle rappers. It's a couple people that having breakout years. I don't think you could compare it. Every single person here has a profile already. Realistically, like, UM1 were all guys that just came off the PGs a year ago. So, like, in hindsight, yeah, very easy to say so. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, that's a whole different conversation. It's a whole different conversation. And we need to see how the playoffs ultimately pan out, too, because you might get some really high-quality level battles. Like, what's going to happen when I see, like, Dunch and Lucifer? Matt Flex versus Bill Collector, Mac Myron versus Matt Flex or something, or Mac Myron versus Pass, or City versus Pass, or Clone versus City. Like I have a lot of battles that can potentially get crazy here. Dunch says, I'll smoke that whole roster. Dunch, there you have it, man. Dunch said it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't forget, Dunch is in the chat, all right? Dunch gonna let y'all know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Dunch is fired, no past luck. We might get a solid, like, Dre Dennis versus Johnny Storm. You know what I mean? You might get like a Bill Collector versus Johnny. Like, you're gonna get some real interesting matches where everybody has some momentum right now. You're gonna get some really good quality battles from the playoffs. But I do think the top 4 guys, if you ask me, would be the favorites. Bill Collector, Mac Myron, Mad Flex. I'm gonna put Dunch in there. But if you swap out Dunch for Pass as like a top 4, I'm not mad at that neither. But I think those are the top 4 or at least top 5 guys left out of this 16-man tournament here available. So salute to that. No Pass Look says Dunch versus Sick needs to happen on iBattle. That's a battle I'm here for. That's a match I need and like. No Pass Look. Let's go ahead and get spaces up and rolling real soon. All right, perfect. All right, so now we're going to move on to some of the Volume 9 announcements. A lot of battle rap happened over the weekend, man. So I can't wait till the traffic battles come out, and I cannot wait till the Season 1 bracket is out for the playoffs. But in the meantime, we do have announcements for an event. It will be about maybe, 3 weeks from now? We got Shotgun Suge versus Real Name Brandon. I'll let you guys chop it up first. What you guys think of Shotgun Suge versus Real Name Brandon? Let's read the chat. No Pass Look says R&B 2-1. Tata says Suge 2-1. Goda says, I actually think Suge will win. Okay. Yo, Goda, tell me why. That sounded like real hesitant. Like, it sounded like you didn't think he could, but now you think he will. Clap Beezy says, I got Suge. Lil Brown says, I got R&B. No Pass Look says, Suge almost never wins. Oh, damn. That's how you feel? Skylar says, Suge came to get his swagger back. I came to get my swagger back. I like this match a lot, man. Before we keep going, J Sketch says, I hope Suge gets in his bag like versus B-Dot. Just based off the last 2 years, says the No Pass Look. Skylar says, yeah. Tata says he's not facing a pen. See, now that's the part there that I think... See, that's why I love Tata. That's why I love the people that are on LTBR's team, because like we all just have that chemistry that you just can't replicate. This is like Suge's real first time battling somebody that's like really in his boundaries, if you ask me, right? Like people like Fonz, people like Real Name Brandon, like those are the battles that I can see Shock, even Lou Castro too, to be honest with you. Those are the battles that I want to see Suge take, because I feel like they complement his style. He can double down on what he does, doesn't have to overthink or try to do something different for his opponent. He's battling people like Danny Myers, B-Dot, you know what I'm saying, Jada Nightwing, JC, the list goes on of all these pens, right? He has to try to match them in writing. Respectfully to Shotgun Suge, how many times we're going to see this episode again where we're like, he falls short of a pen guy? Yeah, he's going to fall short. He doesn't have a pen. At least not like those guys do. That he's not on the stage to use any of his special moves, his performances, all the things he's built up over the years. So like, he's been limited. But I think Volume 9 is going to have some bit of a crowd, because some of the matches on this card is just too heavy. It's just absolutely too heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? So they might let more people in the building. I'm not confirming it, but I just know how this goes. They might let more people in the building for that. So Suge and Real Name Brandon is going to have a decent sized room where the energy will be felt. Suge can pull all those moves. Suge attack his pockets. Suge can tell him what his life like. Suge can dunk on him. You know what I'm saying? And Real Name Brandon's style complements Suge. Like, honestly, like, I don't think they are anything similar as far as like the way they rap, the way they approach battling. But as far as like icon, I can see Real Name Brandon being the Shotgun Suge of this next decade, where it's like he's consistently good, consistently giving us high energy performances, towers over his opponents, and we're going to see him on a bunch of big stages that he can provide good performances for. This man was able to do good on his Summer Madness debut. Do you understand that man had a better performance on Summer Madness than some of our pioneers? I don't know if it'll be that much. I've been there. I don't think that place holds that much, but Gnome 11 was like, I think 100 plus. I can see that being the thing. So listen, Real Name Brandon, like I just said, this man did better on that stage as his debut over Murder Mook and Reed Dollars. All right. I think he should really hang his hat really high on that. Truthfully, I think he had a better performance in Arsenal too. You know what I'm saying? Like, Real Name Brandon could have beat a solid 4 or 5 other names that night on his Summer Madness debut, and only battled a few times in the year, at least on URL, because, you know, Ultimate Madness, he had a bye week from Piranha not showing up. Not his fault whatsoever. I just listing the quantity of battles. He only had 3 battles on URL. This will be his 4th one with Suge. He's battling Fonz a couple weeks before that, so him and Fonz should be a goodie. And shouts to Fonz. I hope all is well with Fonz. I know Fonz and Tink did not go down this weekend, so keep that man in your prayers. Hope all is well with Fonz. And he also Real Name Brandon also battled Marv 1 at the top of the year too. You know what I mean? Justin says context is key. He opened the card. You know what, Justin? That's fine, right? But this is my theory of people that open cards. If the opening battle or performance is better than things I'm seeing later on in the night, that means what I'm seeing later on in the night is not better than what I started the show with. All right? So I'm not downplaying the fact that he opened the show. And that's perfectly fine. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Clap says that's messed up for Tink. I know you misspelled his name, so I won't say the name that you misspelled, but salute to you. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Fonz this past weekend. We're gonna bring the Twitter Spaces on shortly, but I'll say this much: Fonz didn't battle. Neither did Lil Soul Nightwing. And I know whenever we hear battles get canceled, the fan in us gets upset. Just remember, these guys are human. You know what I mean? So, look, you guys are savages. I can't tell you what to do. But ultimately, these guys are human. So sometimes life happens. And I just hope the battle rappers are always okay first before anything when they can't make it to one of their battles. Justin says, Fonz is about to body. Oh, my God. Yo, Justin, I hope you call up, man, because we didn't get a chance to watch the Chilla Jones battle. But I will say your Chilla Jones rants age very well. They try to jump you for it. And today's a perfect day to get your bars off. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this Twitter Spaces started. So we can talk about these Volume 9 announcements with all the people. I would have loved to talk some traffic with everybody, but, you know, we didn't see traffic. We definitely didn't hear traffic neither. Wink, wink. So, all right, man. Salute to everybody on the Twitter Spaces tapping in with us. We will be doing a roulette show for the people. I would love to talk some traffic for with you guys, but the traffic battles are not out yet, so we cannot talk about battles we did not see. But if you want to just talk about anything that you thought about over the weekend, feel more than free to give your opinion on that. But we're going to be talking about Volume 9 announcements, man. The Volume 9 announcements. All right, perfect, man. Let's bring in our first speaker here, man. My man Lion Legacy, Day 1 from A1. You're not new to this, you true to this. What up, my brother?
Yo, what's good? I'm so glad I'm able to join this shit before I get to work. Because you know how I feel about Suge. Suge is one of my favorite ones. I'll be the first one to say Suge fell off. But I like this battle because same reason you guys said, he's not battling a pen. Suge is more entertaining than Real Name Brandon. And I like Real Name Brandon. Real Name Brandon just punches. Suge could beat that. You're in the volume. This is Suge setting, bro. Suge he's a performer. He may be like one of them big dudes, but he performed better than any big dude on that stage, bro.
Now you're talking my language, man. Do you feel like this is a battle where Suge shows him a lesson, or Real Name Brandon shows us he levels up?
Both. The problem is Suge is his own worst enemy. So, hey, Suge, you had a lot of time to prep. You know, a lot of music you've been dropping. I want that bully back. You supposed to bully Brandon. You know what I mean? Because Brandon's supposed to be coming for your like he's supposed to be the next you. So, Suge, I want you to teach him a lesson, but Brandon does have to level up against Suge. You can't just go in there and do what you did with, what was his buddy name from I know me like MVP? Am I wrong?
Yep.
Boom. So, you know, you can't just go inside there and play around with Suge. Suge is great. I think people forget that because of his most recent performance, but Suge is fired. There's a reason why he's been on URL for so long. You know what I mean? I think people need to give Suge his flowers. I'm definitely one of them. I always give him his flowers, but I'm always keep it like it is. You know what I mean? I think I got Suge winning this one 2-1.
Hey, I like the prediction, man. What do you think of Real Sick versus DNA? Another announcement we got.
I'm not picking a winner. I can't.
Wait, what? Why not?
This is crazy, bro. Like, all right, in the essence of being a rapper, I got Real Sick winning. But this is battle rap. This is DNA. Like, this man touches so many different levels. He's a GOAT. This is a Mount Rushmore person. Real Sick, this is going to be the biggest challenge I think he's ever faced. Because everything you may be able to rap to with other people, DNA can kind of counter that. DNA can't flow like Real Sick. That's what I like about Real Sick. He jumps into different pockets nobody else could touch. But when it comes to that battle rapping essence, DNA's just different, bro. The way he could break down a bar is different. And this is where we're going to have to see Real Sick level up himself. And that's a lot. That's like crazy to say because it's Real Sick. Like, it's crazy to say. We see what Real Sick can do. DNA just built different. This is gonna be 2-1 either way.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna let you rock on that, man. I'm gonna let you have that because it is a really good battle. Lion Legacy, stay put, man. I'm gonna bring in another. I'm gonna bring some more people in the roulette here. We got my man Grim Reaper. Just added him as a speaker. Grim, let the people know where you're tapping in from, and let's talk about your Volume 9 predictions, or if you have any responses to Lion Legacy's predictions.
Let's get it, man. Let's go, France.
What up, though?
Man, what you want to talk about first?
Listen, man, we're talking Volume 9 predictions, man. Personally, for me, I'm not gonna lie, I want to talk traffic, but we ain't see the battles, right? So we can't do that. You know, let's not be those people.
Yeah, we heard Ace versus DNA, though. I mean, Ace versus Danny Myers. So.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? The feds is watching. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Nah, but talk to me about your thoughts on Volume 9.
As far as the battles,
Yep.
it's a great card. Really fire card.
Okay.
Predictions: Suge versus real name Brandon.
I want to hear it.
What's crazy is I picked real name Brandon to win the whole tournament before the thing even started because I already knew who he was. But I got Suge 2-1.
Wow. So wait, hold on. Why you believed in him to win an entire tournament, but you don't believe him to get past Shotgun Suge? Tell us why.
I believe it. I could believe. I don't have no problem saying he'll win the battle. I got it going 2-1 either way. To be honest, I don't think Suge's going to clear him because Renee Brandon. The thing is, he has people. He has people in his corner who's prepping him for shit like this, giving him all the advice that he needs to hear, getting him ready for events like this. EFB is a serious thing for his career. Not as far as I think him expanding his career and him on URL, period. I'm not saying he needs the group, but I just think he's going to be very successful moving with the right team, which is EFB.
One thing we've been saying is that it feels like Suge doesn't have to change his style for this one. So is that adding your confidence in Suge winning this battle?
Not really, because I don't think Suge needs to change his style. I would like to see what type of volume setting this is first, because they got the caffeine room volume and then the actual volume setting.
Right.
So I don't know how this card actually favors Suge a lot more. The crowd favors Suge. If it was like 300 or 400 people in there, I could see why it favors Suge, but Suge and Renee Brandon have both performed in front of big crowds. Renee Brandon just performed in front of 3,000 people. So, and Suge has performed in front of that many as well.
Might I add that Real Name Brandon performed in front of that many people and performed better than a lot of people on that same card that have way more experience. What do you think of Real Sick and DNA?
Oh my goodness. 2-1 either way.
Hold on, man. Why is everybody not picking a winner for this? What's going on?
Oh no, I'm picking a winner.
Yeah, no, but everybody's saying the same thing you just said. 2-1 either way. They're like blown away by this. What's going on?
Oh no, I'm picking a winner, bro. Believe me, I got DNA 2-1.
Okay.
This DNA's an all-around package. This is a matchup that he actually wants. He's been calling out Real Sick for months. So I think he's clipped up for Real Sick. I think he already has something up his sleeve for Real Sick. Just like that King Los battle.
Sorry to interrupt you, Reaper. Isn't Sick still on a winning streak, correct?
No.
Nah, he's actually on a losing streak via the app.
He lost the Avs and he lost the Pat State.
Pat State is debatable, but the app is favoring Pat at this moment.
I completely forgot about the Avs battle.
Yeah, I actually edged Avs every round versus Pat State. I edged Avs every round, but the Pat State battle really is so debatable.
I ain't gonna lie.
People was telling me gentlemen's 30 the day it happened. I'm like, damn.
Go ahead, Lion. What you said?
Battle of the night, man.
You say this battle of the night?
It could be.
Twerk and Surf's on this card, right? Twerk and Surf's still on this card, right?
Twerk and Surf is gonna be battle of the night.
That's what I'm saying. I said it's a potential battle of the night. Like DNA and Real Sick is a great battle, but Surf and Twerk right now is easily like #1 contender for battle of the night.
Oh yeah. Hey, I got a clear winner for you for that one, Frank.
What you got?
I got Sue Surf 2-1.
I'm a waiver. I'm Surf 2-1, bro. I'm a waiver.
Yeah, I got Surf 2-1 cleared.
Jersey win this entire event, bro. Like, this is crazy. This is a huge thing for Jersey right now.
You want to know what's crazy? Like, I'm literally caveman your gun titles. So.
Hey,
real.
Listen, man, this is a big card for Jersey. The last time Suge, Surf, and Twerk were all on the same card was Gnome 8, which was 3 years ago. It's been that long.
Yep.
It's been that long since you had all three on the same night. Plus Real Sick, which is like their newest gunner from Jersey. So this is all fantastic.
If I see an announcement that Sirius Jones is on this card, I might lose it.
Oh, come on, man! What all this Jersey?
Oh no, I like Sirius Jones. That's what I'm saying. Like,
all right. I thought you were saying it in the. I want to say all this Jersey unity, all this Jersey unity, and then Jones on the card, and then none of the Jersey guys are behind him. Like I can see that happening.
Hey, believe me, I'm a fan of Sirius Jones. I'm just saying that would be kind of crazy that it's an all Jersey card. If you look at it, almost the whole card is full of Jersey people.
That's a fact. All right, Graham. You don't got to go anywhere. I salute you for tapping in. Let me go ahead and bring in my man, Battle Rap Corner. I respect this guy a lot, man. He's a really good judge. It's a great media personality and a good guy for the culture. Corner, go ahead, man. You're unmuted. We're talking something about the Volume 9 announcements that's been made so far. What's up, bro?
Salute. Let's talk battle rap. What's up, Graham?
What's good?
Yeah, fam, leading battles. What's up, man? See you listening. I guess Real Sick and DNA. I got Real Sick, man. Jersey all day, man. He's gonna come off the slide. DNA can easily win this battle, though. I think DNA actually angles a little better than Real Sick, and paints a better story. But you know, what I mean, Jersey all day. I'm Jersey by that one. You know what I mean? Because it's really a flip of a coin, so I'm going to go with Jersey. But, you know, like I said, DNA could easily win this battle. Shotgun Suge and the real name Brandon, they've been talking shit to each other for a while now. I think it started with the name thing. I think he was on Restore Order or something. Suge was calling out real name Brandon. I think it started before that, though, too. This is Suge's return, so you know he's going to get the first round. Niggas going to go crazy first round. So already real name Brandon is in an uphill battle because he's basically going to start the round 0-1. I mean, start the battle 0-1 because it's Suge's return. Niggas going to go crazy. So, you know what I mean? He has to pull out two straight rounds. So I'm going to give the battle to Suge 2-1. Just because we're giving him the first round off the rip. If he gets through it clean with some decent material, they're going to go crazy.
So let me ask you this. If you're giving Suge the first round off the rip and the battle happens and real name Brandon finds a way to snatch the first round, how you going to feel about that?
I would be surprised. You know what I mean? That would be some feat. I haven't seen too many returns where the first round got stolen from the person returning. But that would say something. That would say a lot about real name Brandon.
Yeah, you know, and that's my favorite thing about sometimes with battles, right? Like when it's happening in the moment, there's like this momentum swing that you can't really get afterwards when it happens, because when you're watching it afterwards, there's already a bunch of recaps, opinions, and there's a lot of thoughts on it. But when it's happening in the moment, you're able to really see some defining like aspects of like a battle rapper and the way they like approach this battle, their preparation, how good they are, how good they can be. So real name Brandon having an explosive first round and snatching that from Suge, I think would shock everybody, not just yourself.
Right. That would be. You don't see it too often. I don't think I've ever seen it, unless somebody else has. Let me know. I haven't seen it. Twerk and Surf is the only other battle announced right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got Twerk 2-1. Main reason is because I like Twerk's pen a little better. I think his pen is a little more intricate than Surf. They both have star power, and they both, they both have performance and star power. So I just think Twerk's pen is a little better. So I haven't seen Surf. have back-to-back battles like that. So I don't know about Surf at 3 straight battles.
Also remember, guys, today's Monday, so they could still announce another battle today.
I mean, you could say that about Twerk too, Grim. But
Yeah, I was about to say what's crazy is Surf said they signed the contract 2 days before they announced the battle.
Damn.
So
Yeah. That I can't confirm that. You know what I mean? I did got.
Surf said it in the spaces.
Yes, Surf said in the spaces even beforehand, and also got a chance to tell us about it. Like they locked the battle in on like Wednesday. You know what I mean? And it was announced.
And announced it on Friday.
Right. You know what I mean? So.
I ain't gonna lie, that face-off about to be crazy, dog.
Yeah. Nah, Twerk don't talk a lot of shit in the face-off. That's gonna be Surf talking all this shit.
He gonna talk shit with Surf?
Bro, the thing is, Surf is known for getting under his opponent's skin.
But it brings out the best in his opponents.
Yeah, that's true. I
think we get Twerk on 100.
Man.
All right, bros. I hate to meet you guys. I'm going to keep on bringing in some more speakers. I got some more people here in the roulette, man. You guys can stay around, and then after 4, I'll keep rotating it. So let's go ahead and bring in my man that just sent a request a while ago. Double K203, man. Let everybody know where you tapping in from. Let's talk some Volume 9. Go ahead and unmute yourself, bro.
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing, man? How everybody's weekend was, man? Happy holidays to y'all as well. Before I get into that, just want to say that to y'all.
Everything was great. Everything was great. All right, I feel like you got some energy here to talk to me, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like, it was a crazy weekend for me. Just like battle rap period. Like, just being, a fan. Just anticipating Traffic 4. It kind of sucked that we didn't get to see Fonz and Tank and Jay and Loso. I just feel like if it is booked for a later time, I don't feel like that hype. I don't feel like, the publicity that Traffic 4 got, like, when they were doing the announcement, I don't feel like it's going to still have, like, just for those 2 battles alone, I don't feel like it's going to have the hype that we would be like, oh, okay, like, but, I know you said don't talk no Traffic 4, but I just wanted to get that off.
No, I mean, we can talk Traffic 4. We can't really talk about the battles. There's nothing to recap, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple highlights from more of Danny and Ace.
Yeah, I mean, look, tell me anything any takeaways you have from the weekend, just from the updates.
Like what's really going around, like honestly, like for like the past 48 hours, to me, what's really going around is Emerson 30 Chilla.
That's the narrative.
And I'm like, and yeah, I know that, but that's why I'm like, damn, like now really eager to see these battles. Like, you know what I mean? Like I want to like go through each battle and be like, all right, I'm up. You know what I mean? I need to put this here, put that there. Okay, haymakers, crowd control, like here, like, and then just for Volume 9 alone, like this is one of the volumes that I could say I'm so hyped for, just for the matchups, because like I said, I follow LTBR every day. Like I'm liking every announcement, whether you know what I mean. Like
salute.
I'm here. Like you know what I mean. So like just to see the growth of the Real Name and Suge, you know what I'm saying, rivalry up until the announcement is so like, you know what I mean. It's so competitive. Like that's what I love about being a battle rap fan and being in this culture, is when we have a competitive matchup like that. When it's not going to be like, oh, I'm going to talk shit to him, blah, 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 like, you know what I mean? Like, but me, being that I'm pro New Era, like, I got to go with Real Name, just not in the sense of, Suge, his last couple, Lackable Daisy, like, it's not even the fact that, okay, I respect him. You feel what I'm saying? I respect him, like, his impact, like, he's one of the smack killers forever. Like, that's going to be in my book forever for sure. But I just feel like the New Era, man, I just feel like they're turning up to a certain standard that I don't think, some of these vets could keep up. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. That's just my opinion. But I'm going to say Real Name 2-1 in a real close battle. And I think it would be down to, I want to take Suge in the first, but I just feel like Real Name is going to ascend. I feel like this is his battle to not play. Like, I feel like he's going to ascend. Like, I feel like the culture will open their eyes about Real Name and be like, okay, UM4, Like, to me, I felt like that performance, UM4, I felt like that was just one-shot kill for real name against MVP. Like, I felt like MVP wasn't, I wouldn't say ready. I just don't feel like he was on point to what he want. Like, what battle rap to me is, I'm going in there to knock your head off and get that win. I don't care about the narrative. I don't care about what the fans, if I'm booed, if my material isn't as great, and I think that it is, I'm going to go in there and try to knock your head off. Like, I'm not going to pay attention to, you know what I mean? Because this is battle rap. You know what I mean? So it's battling, and you're also rapping. But, like, just to end that on that note, I got a real name 2-1 in a close battle. DNA and Real Sick, like, just from hearing Grim, just from hearing Bricky, like, just from hearing battle rap porn, like, I need to see the battle. Like,
oh man,
you feel what I'm saying? Like, I can't, like, for the simple fact is, I've been behind Real Sick, like, when I started watching him at iBattle. Like, so I know how dangerous that he can be with his material, that can basically, he can beat anyone. You know what I mean? Like, and with the Pat Stay situation, I just think Pat on that day, Pat just came to play. Like, he was on game day, he just came to play. And I give Pat the 2-1 for, like, just for the simple fact of, he just came, like, he came to work. Like, he really just, this is the Pat Stay, I think the culture really was, like, happy to see. Like, just happy to see him back on the big stage, happy to see him back. I didn't see too many jokes, like, you know what I mean? Like, from Pat, I just saw, like, straight to the point. Like, okay, I know who you are. I know who Real Sick is. Like, straight to the point, straight to the point. So it was just like, okay, I like that out of, like, when battlers try to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and half the time we know it don't work out, half the time. Like, I want to go back real quick before I go forward. Suge versus Danny, how Suge was trying to do something different, and it just didn't work. Like,
Facts,
it just
facts.
wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't okay to where I'll be like, well, you know, I could see Suge doing that against another writer, or I could see Suge doing that against another puncher, or, you know, another angler. Like, it just wasn't there. So, like, for me, I feel like I know how Suge is going to come. Like, Suge is going to come like, I'm not playing with you. You think this is a game. We go back and forth for the last, maybe six months. Him and Real Name been like he's Suge is saying, oh, he's a little me. Like, Suge is just really, like, he's
but literally though, for real.
Like,
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? So Suge really got something to prove, like him being back on a volume, just being back on a volume, period. Like, when's the last time we seen Suge on a volume, like, really killing shit? You know what I mean? So, it's just, like, the Twerk and Surf, y'all gonna, I mean, I don't know how y'all gonna feel about this, but I gotta go with Twerk. I just feel like Twerk is going to. I just feel like his writing for Rock it's not gonna even touch the stratosphere of how he's gonna write for Surf.
I don't talk to you. Go ahead, bro.
From Rock, debatable battle.
But
Like,
see, I have this thing, bro. And to me, it doesn't matter who you pick, Surf or Twerk. They're both great. Like, anybody go, you crazy for picking one of them? They not watching battle rap. Both of these dudes are on fire right now. You know what I mean?
Ass, bro. Dead ass.
Like,
I just want to say this real quick before I let somebody go.
You can't pick them. But
Yeah, I just want to say this real quick. I don't know if y'all seen. It was like somebody did like a photo, not a Photoshop, but they did like a collage thing where Surf made a statement at Twerk saying that I'm going to solidify your spot.
Oh yeah, that was us. That was us.
Yeah. And Twerk came back and said, I'm going to knock you out of yours. Like, just that energy alone, that, like, it sent goosebumps on me. Like, I'm like, yo, like, we might see a classic fight, not just a classic battle. We might see a classic fight. Like, bro, I'm not going to play with you. Like, I'm not going to sit here. Just me even being, just even it being Jersey. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think when Twerk faced Suge at Gnome 8, like, when you said that they were all on the same card, like, the last time they were all on the same card together. Like, when Suge faced Twerk, Gnome 8. Like, I felt like that was a heavyweight clash of what Jersey, you know what I mean, what Jersey really solidifies as, you know, like, because Jersey, for me, I'm from the East Coast, you feel me? So what Jersey does for me is I need to see what Real Sick really can provide for us. Like, how is he going to approach DNA a way that none of these new era cats had? Because if I'm not mistaken, I think the only new era dude that faced DNA was Lou Castro. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, it's clear.
So, like, it's just the way I see this Volume 9 card going, I feel like it's going to be up and down. I could be wrong, but I just feel like it's going to be up and down with just each battle because it's like we're going to be on pins and needles with just these 3 announcements itself because we don't even know if we get in, like, 7 or 8 battles. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they surprise us sometimes, especially when, you know, with the announcements and everything. But
and then they still got 2 other battles between Bonds and Tink, and then Lou and Jay, Russell and Jay.
They might give the new era. They might give the new era that burn on Volume 9. Like, they might really show the new era. Like,
The Demon is not interested in spending back on that battle. He tweeted that the whole altercation thing happening. And France, I gotta ask you a question real quick.
Talk to me.
Rum Nitty versus Surf is on Gnome 8, right? That's when all the Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when Surf made his return when he came home.
Yep.
Okay, I'm making sure. All right, thank you.
I just got one more thing. I just want to say one more thing before we let somebody else chime in. The way I say how this card, I feel like this card for me, like this has to be one of my favorite volume cards, like other than the first volume and the second volume.
Shit,
like,
man, what's your excitement? How can we not tell it's one of your favorite cards? You haven't even seen the full card yet. Like
because I feel like I know like this is going to be one of them ones that we are not gonna stop talking about for at least 1, 2, 3 years to come. Like that's how I feel. Like just me being, you know what I mean, like a battle rap, just me being just pro battle rap. Like because it's like I said, if somebody's gonna really say, oh well, that RBE card was this, that RBE card was that, but what is URL gonna do? Like it don't matter, bro. This is the culture. Like this is entertainment. They're there to entertain us. They're there to rap. And if you like I said, most like my coworkers, like the thing with my coworkers are they're battle rap fans as well, but they are like not URL. Like they're you know, which is not bad, but which is not, you know what I mean, which doesn't really, you know, rub me the wrong way. Like they love like iBattle, like they love RBE, like they like my boy he's really caught up on West Coast elites. Like he's really in tune with the West Coast battle rap scene. Like he's like, yo, bro, he's like, yo, like really just chime in on this side. Like come on this side and chime in with us. Don't just be URL. I'm like, but y'all gotta understand. I started watching battle rap in 2009. And when I was watching it, I just watched a lot of smack. Just a lot of smack. Like a lot of the old Hollows versus Rocks, like the Calicos, like when Briz was making his ascension, like you feel what I'm saying? Like when Rock made his ascension, when he was facing all the killers, like that was the time that I loved. Like I love that time. But it's not like I'm straying away from any other battle league. Like that's why I feel like a lot of people have different views on a whole bunch of topics going on around the culture. Just not even battles. Like just, oh, who's going to battle this? Oh, why is this person ducking this person? Oh, why don't they just battle already? Why don't they just sign the contract? Like, it's just like everything. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, so I be trying to like get my coworkers and my bros on URL, like, cause I'm like, yo, like, even though y'all love all this other stuff, like, I feel like URL is the cream of the crop.
I'll make the phone call so that URL can send you an affiliate link so that you can get as many people as you like to watch this volume card, and we'll see we send you a gift card afterwards or something.
Yo, look, friends, I got one thing to say. I'm about to sign out and go to work.
Go ahead.
But the one thing the one battle I want to see on this card, the biggest style clash I want to see Rock versus Danny, bro. I want to see Rock versus Danny, bro.
Lion, man, add that to my wish list too, bro. I want to keep it rolling here. We got Pac-Man. We brought Pac-Man up. Go ahead, Pac-Man. You know you're not new to this. You true to this.
Hey, I'm gonna sign out, France. I'm gonna be listening. I'm gonna get off the mic.
Salute to you,
Hey,
Lion.
Pat, don't spend 10 minutes talking.
Salute to Lion.
Hey, yo.
We got a couple people queued up too. So Pac-Man, man, salute to you, bro. We're talking Volume 9 announcements so far.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Salute to you. Let's talk battle rap. Shout out EFM. You already know the gang.
Salute to EFM.
Grim, respectfully, if you ever tell me to not talk for 1,000 hours,
10 minutes.
we're gonna have to box. Nah, but
Put the gloves on, man. Put the gloves on.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's my dog. Man, I think Volume's already gonna be stupid lit. Just to jump right into it, I got Real Sick beating DNA 2-1. I think Real Sick just got the poise for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't seen him. I just seen him stand in front of Pat Stay and hold his own. I just seen him stand in front of Danny Myers and hold his own. Even if Danny Myers did choke, like his material still would have made it a dope, debatable battle. So I can't really sit here and say like DNA about to walk through him. Like, you know what I mean? I think he gets active out there. I got New RL, real name Brandon, with a dirty 30 on Suge. I just haven't liked anything Suge.
Whoa, damn, hold on. Hold the
Yeah,
phone.
bro.
What made you,
bro.
wait, what made you go with that verse? Like,
I'm keeping it. Let me just keep it 100 with y'all, bro. I've been rooting for real name Brandon for a long time. Like since the UN4 tournament started. That first round against Swervo was my introduction to real name Brandon. I'm like, yo, he kind of get busy out there. You know what I'm saying? So then I went and did my research, seen the Septras battle, the Mark 1 battle. Like, real name Brandon's scary when he's getting in them pockets, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Suge can do anything with that, bro. And technically, it's a home game for real name Brandon. Suge can't do nothing with that, man. It would be nice, like, just the nostalgia of seeing, you know, Suge back on a volume and stuff like that, but it's not like a return, like a Surf return or a Twerk return or nothing like that. Brandon's going to be able to tower over that. It's going to be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
wow. This is the first person saying this all day.
One thing I do disagree with everybody who's been up here so far with this whole Twerk. Twerk is not beating Sue Surf, bro. Let's just get that out of everybody's head right now.
If we all said Surf 2-1, well, two of us did.
Two people said Twerk.
I said Twerk 2-1.
2-1. That's not happening, bro.
The only one that said Twerk.
It's not happening. It's just not happening. Nah. Somebody else was up here and said Twerk, but Surf. They both been on crazy runs.
Damn, Diva.
Not even technically this year. Well, Surf has. You know, Twerk had that hiccup with Casey, but other than that, he's been doing a pretty good job. I do think his material, he'll write up to the battle, but you know that whole that X factor we had us just being excited for Twerk being back and stuff like that. That's all out the window now. We just seen him have two good battles, two very good battles. I got him beating Rock 2-1. And we know he damn near 30 Loso if he didn't cut his third round short.
That was all
out the window now. You know what I'm saying? It's no more.
He sent the church's money after that one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's no more, we waiting to see him do good. And I think when Surf get in these situations, he understands the assignment. He knows what this does for his career. And I think Surf, especially the way that he's talking, you know, he only got a couple more battles until it's done. He's trying to solidify his spot. He's undefeated his last 6 rounds. And literally the energy through all 6 have been retarded. And he knows who Twerk is. And Twerk is more dangerous than, in my opinion, Kyle and John Jones. In this day and age, way more dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Twerk controls rooms. He's the room shaking god. You know what I'm saying? So I think Surf is going to understand the assignment, and he's not going to let us down. He's going to bring 100. He's going to be on his A game, and it's going to get dark in there for Twerk. I got Twerk getting the first, though, because Twerk always, you know what I'm saying, starts the battle out crazy.
Friends, can I something real quick, bro?
Go ahead, Grim. Then we're going to keep it rotating.
I noticed a lot of people are saying, a crowd. It's a volume setting. I don't think it's going to be that big of a crowd.
See, here's the thing, right? That the Caffeine Studios, air quote, is supposed to hold 50 people because of COVID protocols. But now
Right.
things is kind of a little more loose now. So we've seen 100 people being there before. And in reality, I think the capacity could be up to 200. Don't quote me on it. But just knowing the magnitude of this match, all the jerseys are going to come deep. Like, they're going to open the doors for people to be here. They're probably going to have tickets being sold by some of the rappers, too. So be on the lookout for that. So I'm going to anticipate 100-plus people in attendance. That's not confirmed, but I'm just anticipating it knowing from what I know.
Can I ask you a question? Would you have liked to see Surf and Twerk on the big stage?
Surf and
No.
Twerk. You know what? Honestly, I like it where it's at because I know Twerk is amazing in a big stage in a small room, and I know Surf is amazing on a big stage, but his last 2 small room battles in Caffeine have not been good, so I want to see him overcome this challenge.
Right. And his his only small room good battle was Reed. But I can't really say that because I've seen Surf battle in small rooms. When he first started, he was battling in small rooms.
I mean, yeah, there was no choice but to be in a small room back then. We didn't call it a small room. We just called it a room because there was no sizes of rooms back then. So
He's counted as a small room, bro.
my take on just the whole big stage, small room shit. I'm happy that it's in a small room just because a battle of this magnitude of like what it's gonna do, like, you know, as far as like standings, like with everybody, it's really gonna come down to their lyrics and what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want that washed out by 2,000 people screaming because Surf got the white tee on. You know what I'm saying? Or because Twerk's doing a strap in. Like, I think like to really like sit there and like
right.
to have, like, you know what I'm saying, to be focused in on what they're saying, it'll be able for us to like break down the battle better and recap it. So I'm happy that it's in this. And also, somebody just said, Surf overcoming that Caffeine studio. Hex, that's very important too. That's a very good point.
Pac-Man, I appreciate you, bro. Stay tuned. I'm gonna keep you here. I'm gonna let Grim bow down for a bit. Salute to you, Grim.
Yeah, do your thing.
And let me bring in Jameer, and I also brought in Moni. I'll let Jameer kick it off, man. Volume 9.
Yo.
My man. Salute, brother.
What's good, bro?
What up, man? I love when you tap in, man. I know you're a busy man.
Yeah, but you know, like, this is my favorite shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about battle rap, the highest form of rap, period. It's exciting, too. Volume 9, like, this shit is up, bro. I'm excited.
Tell me your prediction on the announcements we've gotten so far.
All right. I'm gonna start real name Brandon Shotgun Shug.
Mm-hmm.
I got Brandon. And the reason why I got Brandon 2-1, possibly Gentlemen.
Whoa!
But I said possibly. Here's my thing about Shug. Lately, like, I see it's like a lack of. Sometimes, like, the B-Dot battle was good, but, like, you could see it in his eyes, like on some Geechee shit, but, like, you could tell, like, he trying to remember, or it's, like, a lack of passion be there towards, like, the mid of his second going into his third, and it's, like, it's up, and then it'll fall by the wayside. And so I do think, like, Brandon's style is definitely very similar to Shug, but Brandon, his writing ability, he turns it on. Like, I think he get a little lazy. Like, in UM4, he was a little lazy, but his writing ability and his capabilities is crazy. With Shug, we know Shug's powers, but Shug's confidence it just don't seem all the way on as of recent. I did like his material for B-Dot, but, you know, the Danny battle, it's just like you look in his eyes and it's just like, oh, I'm not all the way there, or I'm not all the way prepared, or something wrong.
You know what? I want to say this, right? You make a good point where you're like, I don't know if I could trust it for all 3 rounds.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'll say this, man. Shotgun Shug has on YouTube right now 67 battles. On the app, he has like 18. So he's almost at 90 battles in the last 12 years. Like, after a while, like, there's some, like, not everybody can, like, still have high peaks after all that mileage. So you made the best point so far today in regards to that battle.
Yeah, I just, like, and it's no knock against Shug because we know Shug capabilities. He's a veteran, but you're right. It's like everybody has peaks and valleys. I think in this new generation, he's finding himself or trying to find himself and where does he belong. Like, everybody got to take a step back. Like the reason we seeing Surf in rare form right now is because he had to take a step back and look at the landscape. Like, oh, this shit I'm doing right now ain't really cooking. I'm a commentator, but we saw him at all the caffeine events. We saw him get better. We saw Jazz the Rapper, her last performance against Gaddis, grow, like, in tune with the culture, very aware, and the people like that always progress because they look at the landscape. So I'm excited for Suge and Real Name Brandon, but ultimately I think Brandon got it.
Jameer, don't go nowhere, Jameer. We're gonna keep doing these predictions, but I want to get Moni in here. We'll ping pong. We'll go through all the battles together. Moni, go ahead. You're speaker. Shotgun Suge, Real Name Brandon. You've heard two people back to back say Brandon, possibly 3-0. What made them go with that verse? I don't know, but how you feel about this battle?
Actually, I'm really not excited about this battle. To be honest.
Oh man.
Let's see. Where do I start? Real Name Brandon. He's cool. I don't get why everybody's like so hype over him.
Whoa!
Okay, he's fired. He's fired. Like, I've seen his battles on the Riot.
Yeah.
And how he progressed through the tournament. He's fired. I'm not gonna lie. He deserved to win the tournament. He did his thing on Summer Madness. But I just feel like people are like in the moment right now. Same thing. Okay, so for Suge, I agree with what Jameer said. But I'm really not excited to see Suge back. I don't know. Like, you kind of can't compare his return to Surf, getting back in his bag, because Surf is just on a whole nother level. I really don't see what Suge can do against Real Name Brandon. I guess, like, towering over him and barking on him, I guess that may work. I'm not sure. I got Real Name Brandon 2-1, but I feel like this could really go either way. I don't think anyone is, like, dominating either one of each other, so it could go either way. But I don't really care for this matchup, I'm going to be honest.
Wow. Strong words from a very strong individual. Jameer, man, let's pivot over to Real Sick and DNA. I'll let you kick it off. How you feel about that battle? Because Moni gave me a lot to feel about this battle that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. Like, to be honest, I've never been like the biggest DNA fan. I just haven't. Like, is he a all-time great? Absolutely. I've just never been like a fan of his style of battle rap.
I'm dissecting this. What don't you like? What is it?
I don't know. Like, yo, bro, I just don't. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, it's a lot of things, and this is why I really agree with Surf when he talks about like other attributes outside of rapping, because there's some incredible rappers. There's people who scheme. There's people who rebuttal. There's people who do it all. There's some people who just don't have that it factor that goes into, like, you, aside from just rapping. Like, me looking as far as, like, interviews or catching up with what these niggas be doing, I don't got a general interest in what DNA is doing. But here's what I will say about DNA. He can find a way to win. Like, he is such a skilled craftsman as far as battle rapping in general. I think that Real Sick is one of my favorite young new RL dudes. Like, right now, he's crazy. Like, he's one of the best rappers. Like, if you just play like on beat, acapella, like he's an incredible rapper.
That's a fact.
I think that this battle will come down to. This battle won't come down to the first for me. I think Real Sick gets the second. I think DNA will get the third. The first round, how DNA approaches this battle, and also how Real Sick approaches this battle. I heard somebody say how does Real Sick approach DNA like nobody else has. I think he finds a way. He's a brilliant writer, but I think this battle, honestly, this battle might I don't know the rest of the battles, but for me right now, I see this battle being a candidate for one of the best battles of the night. Just because it's unpredictability, and they so smart. It's all about how they're going to approach. I think how they both approach is going to be some pretty like off the wall shit like that we just never heard before or haven't heard in a while, or a different spin on it. But I got Real Sick 2-1.
Moni, what you think?
Oh man. Okay, so y'all counting DNA out again.
Oh man.
Close.
My bad.
And Av, and every other battle before that, and DNA has shown us that he's a vet, and he can, like, bro, like, I'm not gonna say it's a classic, but a very fire battle against King Los. Like, niggas saying, can he rap with Los? What is he gonna say? And that third round, was it the second or third round? It might have been both. That nigga went crazy. I was like, yo, what? And I just feel like people keep, no gun bar DNA is on a whole nother level right now. Like, my nigga, not even just rapping, but like the angles, everything. I feel like this gonna be one of the ones, because even Real Sick, like I was watching his interviews, he said, oh, I'm about to go in a whole different pocket for DNA. Like, I feel like this gonna be one of the ones. Who I want, who's gonna win? That's the question. Okay. Also, now I'm gonna go with DNA because I feel like people keep playing my name, and he gonna show y'all again why he's one of the goats, one of the greats. So I'm gonna go DNA 2-1. But I feel like Real Sick, he can make it very debatable. Okay. So the Pat Stay battle, I'm not gonna lie, I've not rewatched it because in the building it wasn't really intriguing for me. But from what I'm hearing, like, he held his own against Pat Stay. But I feel like DNA is just gonna show levels. So I'm gonna go DNA 2-1.
Guys, I gotta come clean, man. I have a confession. I kind of miss Gun Bar DNA sometimes. Like, I like what he's doing now. Don't get it twisted. I love where he's at in his life. But when I was watching him versus King Los, and he tried to replicate his Mickey Fax performance, but without the gun bars, it didn't hit the same for me. It was really good. I'm not saying it wasn't good. It just like he had some iconic highlights against Mickey, and they were all gun bars. I'm okay with gun bars. Go ahead, DNA, throw 1 or 2 up there. I'm fine with it. You know what I'm saying? I kind of miss gun bar DNA. That's just me. But
I'm glad you said it.
That is
because
he's
I was
scary now.
I don't really. I'm gonna tell you right now. Just because he stopped doing gun bars, it was like, you know, I ain't never held a gun before. I was lying. To me, that just like I'm like, yo, you're a liar. I don't want to hear anything you gotta say anymore. Don't stop rapping to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool, like he's still like, you know, holding his own without gun bars. But like you said, it's trash. It's nothing compared to what it just.
Trash is strong. I don't think that it's trash. It's just that like he cannot have the same highlights without it. In my opinion, like when he's battling Mickey, and he had like, I can point to so many highlights. You 37, I'm 20. You 36, I'm 27. It's the 9 between us. That's one, right? This 350, this credit score 357. Get whatever I want. That's another gun bar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I admit it's been 15 since I let a small one clap, but as soon as I raise the arm, it's muscle memory. It all comes back. That's another gun bar. And these are all crazy haymakers and highlights. And I'm just like, yo, I can't really point to the same highlights without the gun bars. Like I kind of miss them.
It's like you playing basketball and not using a crossover. Like, I get it. You find a way to the basket. It's cool, but at some point, like, we doing a disservice to ourselves. Even Saga using gun bars. You know what I'm saying? If the Horsemen could shoot niggas, DNA, you should be able to clap a nigga too. Now, but his writing is like, again, he's mad smart. Like, dude is brilliant. So he finds a way to do this, but you gotta always go into a different kind of bag with every opponent if we throwing out gun bars. Credit to him, it's not as exciting for me. Not that I'm on some violent shit, but it is battle rap. I mean,
I also anticipate DNA having some kind of scheme about India that has some inaccurate information in it. Like these are just some things I'm anticipating to see from the battle. So I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna get any gun bars. He's gonna probably scheme something about his country that it was falsely Googled. I don't know. There's some parts about this battle that like. I'm really excited because I know they're both really professionals. They're talented. They'll be competitive. But the way they have been like campaigning for this for months is it's just a little bit of a red flag for me. Something about this battle just don't sit all the way right in my soul. I feel like I don't want to be that guy that's negative. I've been around here many times, and I know this feeling is familiar. I feel like this battle might not live up to the expectations, but I really hope that I'm wrong. I really hope that I'm wrong.
I respect that. I respect it.
Yeah, it definitely has the possibility to go left.
Definitely.
Not left, but just like I expected more. You know what I mean?
Definitely. We want to talk about
surf and twerk.
Surf and twerk.
You know what? I'm gonna bring another speaker, and then I'll let you guys tell me what you think of surf and twerk, and then I'll let this next speaker pull on through, and spend the block on his volume 9 predictions. What you guys think of surf and twerk?
You want to go ahead, Jameer?
Okay, I go. All right, so I really love this battle, right? I think battle rap is one of the only like art forms, sports, whatever you want to call it, that like you can not be in your prime and then suddenly be back in your prime.
That's like, hilarious because it's kind of true.
Isn't that like?
But then there's some guys that can be so out of it they can never touch it ever again.
Exactly. And then there's some people who, again, fall, people count them out, and then they adapt. You know, I think right now we are getting twerk and Sue Surf. If you want to say their best, you can say that. I say they're focused. I think both of them are focused on achieving a particular goal, and that might be, pushed along by bread, because the battle rap money is getting different now for some of the superstars, rightfully so. Like, I think what this comes down to, and what makes it really interesting, is that it's in a small room. When they both don't seem to get the reactions that they want, you could see they wear it on their face. So even though it's still going to be people in there, I think that they're both at a vulnerability, which makes this battle even better. Like, niggas really going to have to work and show and go above and beyond because of the crowd and also who their opponent is. I got a question, and it's no bias. I'm not like, oh, this nigga, how does nigga going to do it?
What's your question?
But it's more so like, I want to ask, how does Sue Surf neutralize New Jersey twerk when it comes to a small room battle? Because we've seen twerk have incredible, legendary volumes. Some people, it's arguable that he's the king of volume series. Like, I've heard that debate as well. How does Surf neutralize that?
You know what? I have a road to him neutralizing it. I look at Charlie Clips and twerk. Like, when Clips mimic twerk, it kind of really neutralized him, and that was in the volume. If Surf like loses the coin toss and goes first, it has like a whole like moment of his round where he's like saying, your style is mimicable, I can do your style, or your theatrical style came from me, and he starts to point like examples of things that he's done that's similar to what's twerk doing now, like kind of paint that picture. Maybe that's a path to it.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I don't think Surf necessarily has to neutralize twerk to win. Like, Surf, okay, so we were debating this like top performers or whatever, and people were like putting twerk above Surf, and I'm like, is it because like he's electrifying and he's like screaming and yelling? And I'm like, Surf doesn't need to do that. Like, Surf, he's so poised, and he delivers in a way that he doesn't have to do like the extra stuff. So I think that's good enough for me as a fan. Like, he doesn't need to do all the extra stuff to perform.
Real quick, Mom.
Now, I definitely agree with that. I definitely do. But also because, like, not only is this nigga electrifying, but like the shit that he be saying, specifically in volumes, and I'll throw in band with him and Chess, be completely different. And I don't know, it hit completely different. Like, my pupils follow you around the room like Mona Lisa. Like, just like
that's
everything
crazy.
that he wrote for JC hit completely different. He's scary on a stage, but when he's on his shit, he's petrifying. Is that a word? Petrifying.
That's a word. That's a word.
All right.
Terrifying.
Fucking insane in a volume. That's all I say.
Hey guys, let me let's keep the roulette moving here. I love the dialogue. I love the dialogue going on. I'm gonna bring Sharif in a second. I have to bring my man Tara up. You know what I'm saying? You're a scout. You know what I'm saying? A real one. Tara felt the need to speak up because he heard something that triggered him, and I'm dying to hear what he has to say.
Oh,
Appreciate you, Prince.
I heard a couple of things that was a little crazy to me. I feel like niggas downplaying DNA a little bit, man.
Oh man.
Listen, he been around too long and always found a way to win, man. It's crazy. Oh, I don't know. I respect it if niggas think Sick gonna win, but to just I'm dude say he don't really like DNA, but he don't know why he don't like DNA.
Talk about it. Talk to him.
It's the flow.
Talk to him.
Nah, it's the flow pattern. Like, when I was thinking about it, I was like, yo, why don't it's like, when he come down to that punch, not that it be predictable, but I don't know what he gonna say, but I know when he gonna say it. Instead of it be niggas just throwing all kind of darts different ways. I think that his style, to me, isn't as appealing anymore because so many people do so many different things now.
But all of them, it's so many of them people that you talking about that done lost to that man, bro. It's crazy.
He always finds a way to win. I did start with that though. To be fair, he always find a way to win.
And I got a question. One more thing. I know Moni said that Suge was gonna tower over Real Name Brandon. I don't know if you ever seen Real Name Brandon. Them niggas might be eye to eye. Real Name Brandon he look like a football player, bro.
Bro, they're both like NBA.
I mean,
they're like NBA power forwards, bro. Both of them.
Real Name Brandon. When I seen him in person the first time, I was like, oh shit, that nigga look like.
I mean, I've seen him, but he's big. No offense, the word fat. But
nah,
he's not
tall.
tall.
He's well tall. Why he tall? I'm telling you. Why you ain't I guess the MVP a bad example because MVP's a short dude. But nah, Brandon, I don't know. I don't think he that much smaller than Suge, man. And I feel like that battle gonna be dope, man. To see these two big niggas really in there, asserting their dominance, man. I think it's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be like two apes in a cage just fighting.
What made you go with that verse? They both dark skinned. What made you go with that verse?
Well, they both also call themselves apes. They use the ape emoji all day, every day. So is this? I mean, this is not a context. Don't cut this. Don't cut this part. Don't clip this part.
I don't know if Martin Luther King would agree with that, my brother. No, he would.
Nah, salute to y'all, man. Stick around here. Let's bring in Sharif. I know I have him as a speaker. Sharif, go ahead and chime in on your Volume 9 predictions for the announcements we just gotten recently. Real Name Brandon and Suge, and Sick and DNA. What's up, brother?
What's going on? Salute to Let's Talk Battle Rap. Salute to France. Salute to the space. What's going on, guys?
Salute to you, brother. We're having a lot of fun dialogue here. Chime on in. What you think of these two battles?
I think with Brandon and Suge, I think it's gonna really come down to who just wants it more. Like when you watch Suge against Speed, I felt like that was a battle I think I counted him out in, and he just wanted it. I'm not gonna say a lot more, but you can tell he had a passion in that battle. I think somebody said something earlier. I think it was Jameer about confidence. You can see his confidence in that battle versus some of his other battles, some of his other performances. If he cares to beat Brandon, or if he cares to show, I'm a top tier vet, you're still working your way up. I'm a roadblock to you. If he cares to assert that dominance against Brandon, then he can hopefully pull out two of these rounds. Right now, if Brandon is coming in there and sees Suge as a top tier vet and hopes to slay a dragon, so to speak. Like, and he could come in there and like I've heard a lot of people say 3-0, right? I've heard a lot of people chime in on that and say those sentiments. And I think Brandon definitely writes better than Suge. Like, he punches a little harder when it comes to his material.
Okay.
So I think if I had to lean in that direction, it would probably be Brandon. But if I'm looking at who gains more from this, like, I think that's like is going to determine the winner. Like, who wants it more, who cares more. If Suge cares more, I think he can pull out the win. If Brandon seems to care more, he can pull out the win. But ultimately, I want to say it's tough to go against the vet, man. But I'm going to say Brandon 2-1.
Okay.
I'm going to say Brandon 2-1.
Solid.
I'm giving Suge a round. DNA and Sick, man. I'm rolling with Terror on this because DNA just always knows what to do at the right time with any opponent. Like, I love Sick, right? I think, like Jameer said, he's one of the best up-and-comers that we've seen representing from Jersey. Like, he's super-duper talented. But I think if I took anything away from the Pat Stay battle, it was that if you, well, I know it won't have a crowd like that kind of battle, but if you're just slightly more, whether it's entertaining, whether you create more moments, if you do just a little bit more than Sick in the battle, you can come away with the dub, right? And I think DNA is that person. Now, to your point, what approach is either one of these guys going to take, right? Like, I think this battle comes down to approach. And what does DNA, what approach does DNA attack? What approach does Sick attack? What references do Sick take from DNA's past battles and speak to him like no one's spoken to him before, right? And what, being old Sick is a fresh face, so to speak, right? In the battle rap world, he doesn't have the most things for DNA to touch on as far as his battles go, right? So I think that battle comes down to approach, and I'm gonna lean towards DNA 2-1.
You know what, man? I really like that breakdown because, like, I feel like we haven't been all the way honest about some of Real Sick's recent performances. Like, he's incredible, and he's still learning how to navigate the stage. But I felt like against Av, there was a clear separation. There was a clear lesson that he learned. And with Pat Stay, it was a really good thing you just pointed out, that if you have that wittiness to create moments or a little bit of separation from his seriousness, because Real Sick is versatile. He can be funny, but, like, when you have that little bit of separation that just is everlasting, or they can make a lasting impression, I should say. It shows. It shows. Like, when Pat Stay called Real Sick the Taliban Halahan, like, I walked out the venue just remembering those two lines, like, forever.
Right.
But the only problem with that theory is that DNA does not use gun bars. So where's the moment gonna come from? I don't know. You feel me? Like, I don't know where the moment comes from without the gun bars. I'm serious.
No, I'm just saying, like, so what about DNA versus Av? Like, a lot of people had DNA.
Nah, you know what? He was really good there. But
it's crazy.
Listen, look, Av my favorite nigga. Like, hands down, like, over everybody in battle rap, Av is my favorite nigga. And I felt like DNA came in there and handled his business, you feel me? So, like, not taking nothing away from Real Sick, man. I fuck with, I love the whole new era shit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm rooting for all of them niggas, man. But I'm never taking a bet over DNA.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, man. I think he, like you just said, if you could create the separation in the slightest from him, whether he runs 4.5 miles and you run 6, like that amount creates the separation in the battle. Like that, whether it's round 1. I do agree that it might come down to the first round. Like I think Jameer said, like it might come down to who does more in that first round, just like it came down to the first round in the Pat Stay battle.
Let me ask you guys this, and then I want to bring in the next set of people on the roulette. Do you guys ever feel like Real Sick is kind of limited sometimes for the sake of cadence?
I was just about to say, like, a really great point is that DNA is so poised and comfortable that he doesn't have to be as mechanical, was the thing I was thinking of. Like, Real Sick is very technical, but it allows you always in your head, in my opinion, when you're technical. And when you're able to command to have, like, this star power, and, you know, it comes from, like, doing it for a long time. Like, it shows. And that's what I think.
Yeah, you in the trap, huh, cuz?
Y'all good? Everybody
Yeah.
What you think, Ceremony? Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I feel like it's not on my back. You want okay?
Go. I'm listening.
Okay, well, I agree. I just don't think there's much Real Sick can, like, different, I guess, pockets he can go into outside of rapping. Like, the jokes are not there for him. He does, like, when he gets, like, a really good angle, he does execute very well. Yeah, I don't know what other, like, DNA, he can rap, be funny, freestyle. Like, he's more versatile, so there's not really much that Real Sick can do outside of great rapping.
Go ahead, Tara.
Now I can't listen. I don't want to. Like, I hate to put Real Sick in the box like that, man. Like, but like, I guess I gotta agree with the crew, man. Like, I guess he just got to show us more, man. Like, I feel like, you know what I mean? He came in with the great rapping, and that got him here. But to get him over the edge, you're going to have to step it up type shit.
Yeah, that's all it is. Like, it's his sophomore year. It's still a lot to learn. He's got a bright future. He's not going anywhere. But it's just to continue to hit that next level and to get higher caliber names. Like, some things have to be adjusted. That's how I feel. Yo, much love to you guys, man. I want to bring in Muggsy here. I just brought him in as a speaker. You guys can stick around, though. Muggsy, man, go ahead and chime in on the Volume 9 announcements. I want to hear your predictions. And then afterwards, I brought in Mr. Stay Fresh, and we'll go from there. Go ahead, Muggsy.
What's good, y'all? Yeah, I'm Muggsy from Atlanta, Georgia, man. So,
all right.
Salute to y'all, man. I haven't been tapped in with Let's Talk Battle Rap for a minute, but
A-Town.
But this Volume 9 is looking good. I'm starting to see what Real Name Brandon can do, especially in like a volume setting. I don't necessarily think he's very bar heavy as far as when it comes to his writing. So it's going to be cool to see him in this setting. And I can't bet against Shotgun Suge. Just how Tara was speaking about betting against the vets. Man, any given day, these vets can come in here with them vet tactics and they can get their points and they can win. They just know how to do that. So I think this is going to be a test for Real Name Brandon. But, you know, Shotgun Suge, he's been here. You know what I'm saying? He's been here, there. It's tough to bet against that experience. So I'm taking Suge 2-1, but I hope if Real Name Brandon elevates, he can give us a classic show.
Hey, you know what? There's a lot of great points being made. Like, this is Real Name's test. Suge has a lot of experience. Maybe the experience is mileage that he might not be able to overcome. There's a lot of great points I'm hearing about this battle. Before we go to the next one, Stay Fresh, man. What do you think of Real Name Brandon and Shotgun Suge?
I think I'm taking Suge 2-1, but I also think this might be a passing of the torch. You know, if Real Name Brandon comes in there and do good, you know, I mean, passing the torch for a big, black, energetic guy. You know what I'm saying? So I think Suge, being a vet, he's gonna walk him down. But I think Real Name Brandon's still gonna do very well. But I'm still taking Suge 2-1.
Okay. I like that. I like that breakdown too. So Real Sick and DNA. Go ahead, Muggy. What you think of Sick and DNA?
Man, another veteran type prediction for me. I can't bet against DNA. It's very hard to bet against DNA.
Talk about it.
A lot of people think I'm wrong, but I had him beating King Los in the second and third. It just is what it is. You never really know what DNA gonna come with, like, you know. And he hasn't really been disappointing, I'll say, recently. Especially like he had like a style switch, I guess you want to call it.
where he said he don't use bars anymore.
No. He didn't just have a style switch. He had a lifestyle change. All right. I want to make sure.
Right.
I want to make sure this is emphasized.
Yeah, exactly. But even with that, like, I think that battle even he had with Geechee was crazy to me. Like, I was like, man, he's found another level. So I think I'm going with DNA on that one, and that's no knock to Sick. Sick has been battling a lot this year, and I'm not sure if he has much more than that super incredible rap ability.
Yo, let me ask you before we throw to Stay Fresh. Yeah. I feel like, in my opinion, tell me if I'm bugging, I think Real Sick's material for Danny Myers is his best material the entire year. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree. That was a clear W for him. That was pretty.
I know we know the results, but I'm just talking about his material, his writing, his angles, his punches. Like, that's been the best version of Sick all year long. Because, like, everything else after that hasn't been as potent for me. That's how I feel.
And I think that comes down to like frequency and battling too. Like, it's tough to match that when you're battling like every month or even every other month. It's tough to continuously top that. So I think that we could see some effects of that going into this DNA battle too.
All right, Stay Fresh. What you think of Real Sick and DNA?
I'm gonna have to go with DNA 2-1.
You guys came in together with the same predictions. What's going on here?
I love this battle because of the consistency of both of them. But DNA, he's faced every type of opponent, bro. It's like it's hard to just say DNA is gonna lose. They could talk about his believability and all this other stuff, but his consistency, and he's a tactician, so it's hard to go against that. Even though I'm a fan of Real Sick, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does go and win, but I got to go with DNA on this.
You know, I'm going to say two things. One, I've never met anybody that's not a fan of Real Sick. I see people that's critical of him, but I've never seen nobody that does not like him. So that's interesting. I can't wait to see what that looks like one day. And I want to point to DNA, and I know Tara's going to laugh because Tara knows exactly what I'm talking about. DNA knows how to line himself up with battles that, like, isn't really in demand, and then it becomes in demand because he makes it in demand. Like, he's been talking about battling Real Sick for, like, 5, 6, 7, 8 months now. I'm not kidding. And now it's like, oh, it's finally here. It's happening.
Yeah, Sick just doesn't
podcast and everything.
Yeah, Sick just doesn't get the hate yet because he's not. He hasn't leveled up yet. Once he gets to a certain level, the hate's gonna come. Just wait on it.
Right. Yeah, nah, man. I salute to both you guys for tapping in, man. I really appreciate that.
I gotta say one more thing.
Go ahead, brother.
Surf and Twerk sounds like a strip club with some fire-ass crab cakes.
Oh, my God. Hey,
yo, what's going on, yo?
Hold on, Jamie. Let's marinate on this comment that just happened here, right? Surf and Twerk sounds like a fire strip club with crab cakes. Mr. Stay Fresh, I'm going to tell you something. Surf and Twerk are not going to create that business. So you have all the free range to go ahead, open that S-Corp, you know what I'm saying? Get that real estate space, that commercial property, and make it happen, all right?
Yeah.
Nah, salute to you, bro. I'll keep you around here.
Real quick.
Go ahead, Muggsy.
Real quick. Speak on Surf and Twerk, man. I'm taking Surf on that one. I'm taking Surf clear. Surf has been on a rampage this year, and he's not playing with nobody. I just don't think anybody can get past him right now.
Well, I got to go with Twerk on this one because of what they said earlier about Twerk in the volume setting. Twerk is hard to beat in the volume setting, and not to take anything from Surf, but he caters to big crowds more than anything. And Twerk, he could go in any setting pretty much, and he's still Twerk. You get what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
I just think Surf is a better rapper though, and in this setting, that rap ability I think is going to shine more from Twerk.
Yeah, you could be right.
I mean, not Twerk. I ain't Surf. My bad.
Yeah, you could be right.
All right, bros. I can stay around here. Let me go ahead and get my man Jamie up here now. Jamie, you're a speaker. Go ahead and unmute yourself. We're talking some Volume 9, bro. What's your predictions on some of the announcements we've gotten so far?
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Jamie from Mobile, Alabama.
Oh shit!
I heard a lot of good things from everybody in here.
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit. I'm gonna start with Surf and Twerk.
Okay.
Everybody knows if it's not like a big crowd, a big stage, Surf is gonna come, but he's not gonna come like Surf should. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all know Surf in the face off with John, like, he was like, yeah, man, I take 2 battles off, I come back, I do this, and then I'm gone again. So I hope with the showing that he did with John, and then, this last battle he had with Cal, like, that was the Surf that everybody been waiting on, you know what I'm saying, from him choking with 40 and, just playing around. I forgot who said it last, but Twerk, a big stage, a small stage, it don't matter. Like, Twerk in Civil War and Twerk with Till Death Do Us Part was, like, that was the same Twerk. Like, it doesn't matter to him. So I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm going to go with Twerk 2-1 just because I think Surf takes Twerk serious, but I don't think he takes this small room battle too serious. With DNA and Sick, I'm going to go with Sick 2-1. DNA always finds a way to win. I don't know how, but he does. I don't know how he does. Like, I really do. But Real Sick be rapping. Like, he's like, whenever I'm watching battle rap with my cousins or my brother, like, Real Sick be rapping. When they gave a dub to Pat Stay over Sick, I'm like, how did that happen? Like, how? In what world? I still don't understand how it happened.
I'll tell you how. It's because he called him the Taliban Halahan. That's
Taliban,
how.
yeah. I mean, but yeah, that's cool and all. It was like the bar was funny. It was cool and all, but it's like when I was watching Pat Stay, I'm like, bro, this is not a
hold on. It's not just funny and cool and all. It's like the perfect quick multi to make a joke that lives forever. Like, you understand, this is going to be said about Real Sick for the rest of his career, and those 2 words combined, like, Pat Stay just put it together, and it's like, oh damn, that's genius. Like, even Real Sick said himself, like, damn, when he said that shit, I was like pissed.
I mean, that's true. It's kind of like with Tay-Rock and the whole, body bitch shit. Like, if you pull that out, it's like an automatic, oh, damn, what's coming? Like, oh, shit, wait a minute, hold up. It's a showstopper. Just like Twerk when, you know what I'm saying?
It'd be the simplest things you can just say to somebody, and it just sticks. Like Geechee Gotti was damn near a Gary away from losing to DNA Clearly. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't call him Gary, his entire battle's a different battle.
That's a fact. I mean, what made Gary so funny was like DNA's face. Like, when he was just sitting, when Geechee was in his ear, and he was just going, and DNA was like, fuck, what do I do? Like, his face was just like, oh, shit, like, that's it. It's over with now. But I like Real Sick just because, like, he's not electric, but he raps. Like, he raps for real. Like, he raps. And I think that's why people overlook him, because I think if he adds, like, I don't know, like a fire tagline, or I don't know, like something that'll stamp him, like, when Surf like, oh, if it ain't 40,000 or better, or, you know what I'm saying, something that'll be like, oh, okay, like this is sick. Like, he has to add that level of showmanship to his performances, and then I think more people will start to, I'm not gonna say ride that wave, but more people will start to pay attention to him more, because Real Sick be rapping. Like, he raps for real.
You know what I think it is? You know what I think it is, too? I think, like, his first round out the gate, we're excited to hear him, and it all, like, resonates very well. And similar to the Av battle, his Pat Stay battle, in my opinion, his second and third round is a clear drop-off from his first round in both those battles. And I feel like it becomes a little monotonous after a while. And you're right. Maybe he's really creative, so he's not going to ever, like, be short of creating something that he can do. He's entirely creative, and I love that about him. But I agree with you, man. This is something about it. It just feels like one big, like one sound the entire battle sometimes, right?
Yeah. One thing that I would say, I know Surf was locked in for 3 battles this year. This battle will be his last one.
Yep.
A card that I'm waiting on. I finally got Surf and Twerk. I really, really want Surf and Goods. That's a battle like I really like. I want to see that, because what can Goods can, Goods can come with the business, the I get money, the you know what I'm saying, all that. Surf can literally come right back and like, nigga, I do the same thing. The only thing different is I'm banging and you not. So you can't boss talk me to death, just like Surf can't, you know what I'm saying, gangster rap Goods to death. They're literally the same person. One is just on this side of the fence, and the other is on this side of the fence. That's about it. I really, really want to see as a fan.
I think Twerk will smoke Goods.
You think so?
Yeah.
I thought you said Surfing Goods.
Yeah, Surfing Goods.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. My bad. Surf. Yeah, I think Surf will smoke Goods.
I'm just like I respect it. I'm not saying that, I think Goods gonna get in there and smoke a nigga like Surf, but I don't think Goods gives a fuck who it is. You know what I mean? He's still gonna come in there and do his 3 rounds the way he's gonna do it. Like, you saying like, oh, he can't boss talk Surf. He's gonna do the same thing. It don't matter if it's Surf or it's a nigga you never heard of. Like, he's gonna show up and do the same thing.
That's true. That's true.
My favorite battle rapper of all time is T-Top, and when Goods came, T-Top was like fire, and when Goods came on, it was like, it looked like your bed stink. I was like, damn, like, bro, the whole, like, everything T-Top said, it just went out the window, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Surf has that same ability to just say something random, and your whole round is just trash. Like, after
you was thinking, like, damn, he does look like his best thing. Huh?
Yeah, I was like, God damn, like, that's
I'm
it,
dead.
bro. Like, Goods ain't have to say nothing else after that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, both of them are on that same platform. You know what I mean? Like, one can say something, and you're like, oh, damn. And then somebody else can come back, you like, oh, shit, wait a minute. That's a battle that I want to see. But, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I've been trying to get up here and talk for a minute. I think my time is I went past it a little bit, but I'm gonna let everybody else.
We appreciate you tapping in every Mondays, man. Pull up on, you know what I'm saying? We always bring you up. I salute you, bro.
I appreciate you.
All right, man. I just brought in my man, Family First, Money Last as a speaker. I bring my man Greedy Gotti. We'll close things out at 4 o'clock. So, family, man, go ahead and take off. You can unmute yourself and talk to me about some of these Volume 9 announcements. What's your thoughts?
Yeah. First off, salute to you, France. Salute to everybody in the space. Now let me get cooking out the gate. All right, look.
Oh, shit.
Y'all ever heard the phrase of a jack of all trades is a master of none?
Oh, boy.
That's real sick to me. Real sick is good. I want to be clear. He's damn good. He checks all the boxes: vocal projection, flow, multi-syllable patterns, punches, schemes. He does it great. But because he doesn't have a central thing that he's known for, whenever he goes up in these battles, that's where a lot of times he loses, or he has a debatable. Like, I think I have him. I think I edged him in Chilla, and I edged him in Arsenal, the Arsenal battle he did. But even in those, he wrapped circles around Arsenal, and Arsenal still made it look like it wasn't a clear win. I remember that chatter. It wasn't, oh, he clearly won that. He was snapping, he was doing his thing, but it was like he's missing something. And so whatever he needs to be known for, he needs to just hone on that skill, in my opinion. He just hone on that skill and just be a master of that. Because, yeah, he's going to give you the flows, whatever. But he out the gate, his round ones be incredible. And round 2s and 3s, it'd be, okay, that was cool, or that was decent, but it's a beatable round. And until he get that figured out, he's not going to be having these dominant performances, because the people that Real Sick beat a lot of times, that's not their best performances. But a lot of times when I've seen them, okay, this is better than the last performances you had, and this is the sophomore year technically. So it's like he needs to hone in on something. He not bad. You know what he remind me? He remind me of like when Giannis was first getting started, and like he was in the first round and the second round, and now it's like he at the point where, you need to do this one last thing to start going to the Eastern Conference Finals and then like the finals. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's good, but he's got that. So even with that being said, I got a DNA 2-1. It's not gonna be like a body, but it's gonna be real close, because it's like, until Six shows me that he's mastered one attribute to the point where it makes all his other quote unquote weaknesses or things that he needs improvement on, which isn't much in my opinion, do that, he's always going to lose when it comes to upper echelon of talent.
Hey, you know what? Listen, it sounds like you have some notes ready for this. It sounds like you've been waiting to get this clip off. I'm mad at it, man. Speak your truth.
It was just, you know, what's crazy is I saw the match and I started thinking about it. I started getting technical, like, okay, this, and this. And second of all, listen, I know we can say whatever we want to about DNA, about believability and all that, but, bro, it's DNA at the end of the day. DNA had been in there with every type of killer you could think of. He'd have been in there with punches. He'd have been in with schemers. He'd have been in with aggressive. He'd have been in with every type of battle rapper you could think of. And within each category, he has a win, a significant win in each one of those against somebody. A pen guy, he's done it. So to just say that because Real Sick is the new hot thing on the block, oh, DNA gonna have a problem? Not really. I mean, if history say anything, he's just gonna be either he gonna win or it's gonna be debatable. So that's how I see that one.
Hey,
I got a question real quick though. I want to question the one thing. What do you think the one thing is that, you know what I mean? Because it's easy to say, oh, he just got to figure out that one thing. Because like everybody that said something about him earlier was saying that he's a great rapper. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe in his mind that's his one thing. So I want to know what you think his one thing should be.
You know what's crazy is it's crazy you say that because he is a great rapper. Like I say, he check all the boxes. He do everything that you want in a rapper. Forget a battle rapper, just a rapper. He do everything you want in a rapper. But when I say this, he start off so high, and when he don't stay that high, it's because it's like your ear is that got exhausted to. Maybe it's just the flows. You keep doing these same flows all the time, or maybe it's just he don't, or like he'll jump on like an angle, but he only might do it for only like 4 or 8 bars. And maybe he needs to stick like, nah, keep hitting them over the head with this because you got something with it. And like to me, maybe it's that. Maybe if he just took an angle and just stuck with it really good, because he does angles good in my opinion. It's just he don't like compound it and like put like a body around it. It's just like, no, I'm gonna hit it, I'm gonna get back out, and I'm gonna get to doing these intricate flows and patterns and all of that.
Yo, I want to bring Greedy Gotti in. Greedy, we're talking some sick in DNA, and Family First had a lot to say. If you wanted a rebuttal to any of that, feel more than welcome. Yo, Greedy.
Oh, yo, my bad. What's going on, y'all?
Ain't shit.
How y'all doing today?
Oh, we good, man. We good. We talking about some Real Sick in DNA, and Family First had a lot to say in regards to the battle and on Real Sick style. I don't know if you got a chance to hear all of it, but whatever you did, you know what I'm saying, feel free to.
So I got DNA 2-1 pretty clear. His record in the volume setting is impeccable. The only really debatable battle he has to me is the King Los battle. I thought he beat Ab pretty clear. I thought he beat Verb pretty clear. He beat Mickey Fax pretty clear. And these are all like really, really good performances to me. Like, he was upstairs for DNA. He was all the way upstairs for Mickey. The Mickey Fax performance might be the best DNA I've ever seen. And you know, when there is a new guy that hasn't really had their style and their name per se tested, like, DNA is always the guy to do that. Like, he's not the PG killer for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Real Sick can win this battle, but if DNA is all the way focused, I think he's just going to outclass Real Sick.
Yeah, I respect that, man. Well, we got 4 minutes, a little over 5 minutes. We'll keep going. Family First, man. Real name Brandon, Shotgun Shug. Give me your thoughts.
Real quick, I got Shug, man. Like, the one thing, if we could say this, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm vet biased or whatever, but whenever we start counting out these guys, your DNAs, your Shotgun Shugs, your Sirius Jones, they just have a habit of just coming in and just like, oh, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. And it was just like, well, if you pay attention, you should be expecting that. Like, they've been doing this.
Talk about it. So who you got?
And that, Suge. I got Suge 2-1. I think real name Brandon gonna put some pressure on Suge for real, and it's gonna be real good. But, bro, it's Suge, man. Listen, we can say what we want to, but the same thing. I remember when the B-Dot battle came up. Oh, man, B-Dot gonna mop the floor with him. What happened? Didn't happen. I remember when the first volume, when him versus Mike P, if I remember correctly, I remember the consensus had Mike P doing the same thing, and it didn't happen that way. So I'm not saying he like undefeated in there, but I'm just saying is even if you take his Rum Nitty battle, that was I think that was the volume.
Yeah,
his Rum Nitty battle.
Yeah,
he did good in there too. So should know what to do in these volume sets.
Hey, you know what? That's a fair point. It's a fair point. Ultimately, I just feel like he's going to be able to be himself 100% of the way, and he's not going to be focused on trying to match styles with his opponents, because he's been battling a array of versatile opponents. Like, I do love that about Suge, that like he will battle a Chef Trez in Atlanta, he'll battle a Pat Stay on the big stage, he'll battle a Rum Nitty in a small room, you know what I'm saying, a Danny Myers in a small room, a Beat Out in a small room. Like, he will put himself in these really difficult situations, and I admire it. But to me, in the comparison, it's like a center on the floor trying to guard a point guard, and it's like, I get it. You know, we need people to be out on the perimeter. We need people to be at the top of the key that can be versatile defenders. But if you can't defend this guy, stay in the position there where you can defend him, because he's blowing past you, getting to the rim every time. And that's how I feel about every time Suge's been battling a pen guy. Like,
that's a fact.
You know what I mean? But so now he's battling somebody like Brandon that's exactly like, well, not exactly like him, but in the same, you know, ballpark as far as like aggression, performance, cadence, style. There's going to be a really good match to see back and forth between them. Let's bring in Tata, man. Salute to the gang. Tata, what up, man? We about to close things out, but Tata, I'll let you take us home. Go ahead, Tata. You can speak. Oh, snap. Going once, going twice. Womp, womp, womp. It's like an alley-oop that like didn't get caught.
She probably made the request and stepped away from the phone. You know what I mean? It happens.
Yeah,
you
know
I have
what?
my headphones on, so I'll be knowing. But
It does happen. It does happen. But you know, we about to close things out in a bit. Family first, man. You make really great points today. I appreciate all of it. Before we get out of here, Tara, surf and twerk. I didn't hear what you think of it.
I'm going with twerk, man. I'm going with twerk. I like surf now. Like, I fuck with surf heavy. Like, you know what I mean? I would hate to bet against them, but like I said, like that's how I take it when I'm picking who I think I want to win. Like, I'm thinking like, oh, all right, if I'm making a bet. So if me and my man got a $50 bet, I'm taking twerk for the $50, man. Because I feel like, you know, their troubles are the same, you know, as far as, you know, them getting through the rounds, the choking and slipping up and all that bullshit. So I feel like, you know, this is one of those opportunities where we're making a bet on, like, is twerk gonna be 100? Is surf gonna be 100? Both on 100. I'm edging twerk, man. I feel like, you know, the bars, the electricity. Like, I know Moni was saying earlier, like, oh, you know, surf don't have to do that. I don't think twerk has to do that either with the shit that he be saying, but he does it, and it makes it even more exciting for us as the fans. Like, people that don't fuck with battle rap like twerk, you feel me? Like, so I'm going twerk.
Yo, you know what? It's how
Tati there though. I seen 100. Tati.
Yeah, you know how I feel about it. Honestly, I feel like it's as simple as like twerk might be more talented than surf, but surf is more calculated than twerk. So surf has to use a game plan for twerk, which he might be able to like walk twerk into some kind of trap or have the right exact materials needed to win in that moment. But as far as just explosiveness, haymakers, twerk is a monster. And don't forget, people forget this. Twerk can rebuttal. You know what I'm saying? Twerk doesn't angle that frequently, but he's really good at it every time he does. So, like, he just has a plethora of things he could do more than Surf can. And plus, Surf battling 3 times in the last 90 days. I feel like he's gotten a second win, and he's real confident in his preparation. But, you know, it's still a little room for concern. Twerk does his last-minute prep shit in his sleep. So, that's how I feel about it.
That's a fact.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all for all tapping in with us. LTBR Daily on a Monday afternoon. Tara, man, thank you for pulling up, bro. You know, I love when you pull up and all that.
Nah, anytime. I got to start pulling up more, fucking with the gang, man. Y'all be doing dope shit over here.
Oh yeah, man. It's always a fun Monday afternoon. And salute to all the people that came in and spoke their piece. A lot of interesting opinions, a lot of interesting voices, man. You know what I'm saying? It's really fun. You know my favorite thing about the spaces? I feel like you finally put a voice to all the people that are battle rap Twitter fans, and you get to eliminate the trollness. Like there's no trolls really. So I appreciate everybody tuning in on a Monday afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Before I get out of here, one last thing I want to say. Salute to Fight Club. Apparently they're making a comeback. You know what I'm saying? So Fight Club is making a comeback. Actually will be in attendance tonight for their...
Oh, yeah, I'm pulling up. You pulling up?
Oh, fire. I'll see you there.
Yeah, I'm outside. You heard?
Yo, Tar, you know what? Tar, we can't say where it's at, but it's you know what I mean? It's in that place. You know what I'm saying? So... I'm excited. I'll see you tonight, bro. I'm looking forward to seeing what Fight Club does. And I'm looking forward to see what kind of battle rappers they have auditioning there. If it's guys that we're familiar with, if it's brand new guys that none of us even know, like I have no clue what to expect. But reports will be out for that tomorrow. I'll keep everybody posted. So to all y'all.
Yeah, I don't believe that it's gonna be people we don't know. That's gonna be like, I think it's gonna be people that looking for an opportunity that we already seen. You feel me? That's my guess though.
Look, I have no clue what to expect from this whatsoever, and I like that. I like going into some events where like everything is completely unfamiliar. Create some excitement.
That's a fact, though. See you tonight for sure, though.
I'll see you tonight, bro. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. Salute to everybody on Caffeine tapping in with us. Enjoy the rest of your Monday.